So why is it that one of the most difficult conversations that a man could ever try to have with his woman is a conversation about issues within the sexual aspects of their relationship? Now, first I'm going to be general about this conversation, then I'm going to be more specific. This all came about because of a dream that I had 2 nights ago. Uh, and in that dream, it really bared out why it is so difficult and why many relationships have ended over longer periods of time, shorter periods of time, because of a inequity within the sexual relationship of two people, men. And most of that comes from a lack of understanding of how people translate information and how people utilize information in a general sense. So most oftentimes, and this is not for every person, and everybody's personal experience is going to be different, but most of the time, a person who is told that they are not at the sexual level or are being asked to do more or be more in their sexual relationship, oftentimes that person will take the defensive nature of things. And when they do that, they push back. They try to figure out reasons and rational thought processes that says, well, this is why. And if the other person desires these things, then the other person needs to do XYZ in order to gain that from the person who is being requested on. Because people don't want to accept accountability most of the times for their lack in any aspects of their lives. Whether we're talking about money, we're talking about sex, we're talking about anything, people generally avoid personal responsibilities and they emotionalize it and then rationalize it. It reminds me when I was a personal trainer, and you can take this and utilize this in the thought process that we're going to have. And let me just go ahead and get specific anyway, right, into how this works as far as men are concerned. Most of the time, if a man is having a problem with his woman in their sexual relationship, the moment that the woman hears these things, oftentimes most women take this as a failure on their part. And instead of rationalizing it to, well, I need to do what is necessary to take care of my man and my relationship so that we can have this marriage, they will start to look at things because somebody's already writing in the comments and it hasn't even been 2 minutes, 3 minutes into this video yet. Well, she got to work. She got to take care of the kids. She got to clean the house. She got to, providing an excuse for her not taking that 20 minutes to an hour, depends upon your person, to handle that situation. If it's a quality thing, whether it's a quality thing or a quantity thing, there's always going to be this excuse that people will generally jump to and say that, well, she got it. It reminded me of when I was a personal trainer and I would have my clients. I was a different type of trainer. In order to work with me, you not only have to track how much food you ate, everything that went in your mouth, everything you drank, everything you ate, everything you chewed, everything you smoked. I wanted to know everything you put into your body. I also wanted to know how you were spending your time, right? Because what I was trying to look for was how sedentary or how active was your life. Now, one of the things that came out within this, because I implemented life coaching into my personal training, was the fact that when my clients would talk to me about, oh, I'm having a problem with my marriage because we don't have enough sex, or the quality of sex, or finances, any of these things, or quality time, because they also had to track everything they did in their lives. What time they wake up, how long it takes for them to get what they do, how long it takes for them to get ready, eating breakfast, go driving to work, get to work, the things that they do at work, as far as movement is concerned, driving home, if they had kids, dealing with the kids, if they didn't have kids, what activities they was involved with or not involved with, how much TV they watch, how much screen time they had on the internet, what time they went to sleep. One of the things that I found that when some of my clients would say that their husband always wants to have sex and they're always telling their husband no, and they're always saying that I'm tired, is that when I looked at their lifestyle, when I looked at their time, and I see that you're spending 2 to 3 hours every night watching television, when I see that the only time that you do a full cleaning of the house is on a Saturday morning, when most of the time it is you took a shower, you clean the bathroom at night. That's it. On Tuesday, you might have swept the floor, right? On Wednesday, the only thing that was consistent was if they were the ones who cooked in the house, that they would cook, clean the kitchen, and then that's it. That's it. You're not cleaning your house every day. You're not going through your whole house every day, cleaning, sweeping, mopping, wiping down, dusting, cleaning the bathrooms behind everything, uh, going cleaning the kitchen, sweeping the garage. You're not doing everything every day. And even when I have my dudes, I'm like, you ain't fixing shit in the house every day. You ain't cutting the grass every day. You ain't building a fence every day. You're not doing all this stuff every day. So stop with the bullshit. All right. And that's the thing. It's the bullshit. I don't have time. I'm too tired. And you may be mentally tired. Mental fatigue may be because of different things, and that's something to discover, but that's still not an excuse. Because here's the thing. If you went on your job and you treated your job like you treat your spouse, and this is why men have this difficulty in dealing with this conversation, because they know they're going to get this pushback. I came into this relationship. These are the things that I was expecting as far as our sex life. But now you want to tell me that, oh, because you work, because you was working when we was dating and we didn't have that problem. So I don't want to hear it. So it doesn't make any sense. And when you say that you're doing all these things and you say that you have this mental stress and so on and so forth, uh, if you went to your job and you decided that, hey, at your job, you're going to tell your boss, I'm not doing this project because I'm mentally tired or I'm physically tired. I'm not going to work as hard or as long, but I still want you to pay me the same amount of money. I want you to pay me for 40 hours, but I can only give you 30. What happens at that job? You get fired. You get kicked to the curb. Am I lying? Or am I telling the truth? But you don't do that because losing your job has an immediate impact on your day-to-day lifestyle, your ability to have a house, your ability to eat, your ability to be clothed, so on and so forth. So it's bullshit. You will give all that energy, even when you don't feel like it, to your job. But your job is temporary. Your job is, you never pledge to be with your job for the rest of your life. You will give all that energy to your children, but they will not be with you for the rest of your life. They will move and go start their own families. You give all that energy to whatever spiritual organization you're a part of, but those people are not the ones who you expect to live the rest of your life with. Your spouse, only person that you pledge to live the rest of your life with. And people like say, oh, wow, my kid's going to be with me all the time. I can count on my family and all this kind of stuff. No, you can't. No, you cannot. But if you choose that mentality, then you are the one that's creating the situation that drives someone away, that pushes them away from you. And then when they start to become distant, when they start to then cheat on you, all of a sudden, now you're hurt. Now it's a problem. Now it's them. They just wanted somebody that they can be like this to or like that to. That's that defensive mechanism of not taking the accountability for yourself and your own actions. This is why I advise couples who have not established themselves, never get involved with someone who you can't meet at the same level with your sexual intimacy, whether it's the quantity or the quality. Whether if you want to be a swinger, go be a swinger. If that person can't do it, then they shouldn't be with you. If you want to do the oral and that person doesn't want to do oral, then you shouldn't be with that person. If you want it 4 days a week, they only want it once, you shouldn't be with that person. You got to find someone who is your equal, right? And if you get involved with someone who is at that equal, don't expect it to stop. Don't expect it to change. And don't expect somebody to sit up there and say, I'm going to accommodate that change. It just simply doesn't work that way. Just because you change doesn't mean I have to change. That's what makes it a very difficult situation to deal with. Get out of your own way and stop fucking up your own relationships. And always remember, you got to free yourself to be